I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this is a 275/70R17. And if you look up online for like tire size conversion, the measurement conversion says that this converts into a 32.2 inch tall tire by, I believe, a 10.8 inch wide tire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a level on here to make sure that I'm measuring from the top of the tread. And let's see. All right, we're pretty level there. And the actual measurement of this tire is about 31 inches and 3/8. Just barely over 31 1/4 inches tall. So, you know, that may factor in a little bit of tire sag down here possibly, but I just wanted to share the actual overall measurement of the tire. These are inflated to 32 pounds at the moment. For the 2014 Tacoma, the factory recommendations is 28 pounds per tire. And then on the 10.8 inch measurement, that measurement is actually from the outside of the sidewall bulge to the outside of this sidewall bulge. And if you put the measurement on there, it's pretty much right on from sidewall to sidewall for the 10.8 inch width. But if you're curious about the actual tread width, you can see there's a little dimple cut out here, and then there's a straight cut here that's wider than that dimple. So I'm going to go from the widest point to the widest point, and we've actually got about 9 inches of actual tread width. So just showing you some real world measurements on the BF Goodrich T8KO2 275/70R7 truck setting level here, pavement. And I'm going to show you the clearance. I haven't done any modifications yet whatsoever. So yeah, go ahead and give me a full left lock there. All right. Come back just a little bit. Pause. All right. So just sitting natural level. Yeah, there's not enough space there to fit my finger between the tire and the mud flap. All right, go full lock right. All right, you can see right here, let off just a little bit. There you go. You can see right here this little flexible mud flap, and it's just held on by these two screws. You can hear that rub just a little bit, even whenever the suspension's not in a twist whatsoever. So I'm just going to unscrew these, put the screws back in, and remove this little mud flap. Got the rear suspension stuffed as tight as it possibly could be, and it's still not touching. It is close, but it's not touching. No touch, no rub. I sure as heck wouldn't want my finger or anything else in there, but it's not touching. And plenty of space behind. Let's see, here's on top, no touch. And just in case you doubt that I couldn't possibly have the suspension flexed anymore, that one's not even on the ground. Front end stuffed as much as we can get it. Got the suspension in a twist, the rear end's kind of hanging down there. And go ahead and give me a left turn there. Right there, we have contact with the rear, the mud flap at the rear on the front tire. So we're going to have contact on the backside mud flap and the front side mud flap. We'll remove this one, and we're going to use a heat gun to soften up this plastic here and push it in to help create some clearance and see if it'll create enough clearance that we can keep the mud flap on the truck. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is remove these tiny little mud flaps that are in front of the steer tires. And on my truck, it's a 10mm socket. Alright, we got the screws out, so the mud flap just comes right off. And we'll check everything after we're done working to make sure we don't have any clearance issues. It's my industrial strength hair dryer, and I can't live without it. It's not really working. I have to hold it there while it cools or something. Alright, what we're doing here is I've heated this up and kind of flattened that little bulge out right there. And it pushed it back maybe 1/4 of an inch. But it's still not enough for clearance. What we're going to try to do next is I'm going to try to pull this back like that and heat it up and then hold it in that position while it cools off and see if it'll stay in that position after it cools, and maybe that'll give us the clearance that we're looking for. If that doesn't work, then I may end up either like cutting and trimming the mud flap, because I really want to keep the mud flap in place, but if I have to get rid of it, I'll have to get rid of it. We got this heated up and flattened out and stretched back, and where I was holding the mud flap back, it cooled off and stayed in position where it looks like I'm doing about 100 miles an hour while I'm sitting still. And just to compare to the other side that we haven't worked on yet, there you can see where it's still quite bulgy and contoured there, and the mud flap kind of hangs down straight. So we'll see what this is going to do. I think it's about ready to pull it off. Let me get this gun out of the way. Let me put this up here, so watch out, that's going to be hot. Alright, go ahead. We got the truck back in the same position. The front little mud flap is removed, and we've melted and bent the backside mud flap for better clearance. Let's see how we do. Yeah, no touching on the front side. No touching on the back side. Swing that back through there again. Man, that's great. Yeah, go ahead. Pull it back one more time. That's gorgeous, and I can fit my finger in between there. Yeah, we're golden. I think we're ready to take this thing off-road.
I'll let you know when you're tight. Starting to pick up. There you go. All right.